What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here, and welcome to my Week 15 NFL game predictions video. Now, before we get into Week 15, let's look back and see how I did for Week 14. And before I even go into that, I just bear with this video, guys, please, because I am really tired and I'm a little bit behind on the recording of this, so I'm gonna need to edit. And so I might be getting a tad sick too, so just bear with this video, please, and thank you. But I'll try my best to get through it and have it not be any different from any other week prediction. But yeah, as you guys can see, I went 7-9, so not the best. It's a negative record. The best negative record, but it's still a negative record. But I still had some to spare. I brings it to 114 to 79. So yeah, I should, even if I do bad these next couple weeks, I should still have a great number of guesses correct over guesses wrong. So unless I like really tweak and like don't only get like 2 or 3 guesses right a week, which that doesn't even make any sense. So first off, the Falcons beat the Saints. I got that wrong. That was a toss-up. That was a hard one to pick. The Packers beat the Browns in overtime. Browns almost got their first win, but then I got that right. The Lions beat the Buccaneers. I got that right. Not by much. Very close games this week, going for me and against me. The Chiefs beat the Raiders. I got that wrong. It's kind of, I had the Chiefs winning this matchup earlier and the Raiders winning this one now. But I figured like they were gonna win like one matchup each out of this divisional matchup, but I just picked them at the wrong times. Unfortunate, but oh well. I kind of had that right, but I had that one wrong, of course. The Panthers beat the Vikings. I got that wrong. I'm very disappointed in that because I kind of wanted to take the Panthers, but like kind of like, I don't know, the Vikings just seemed good, and everyone thought the Vikings were winning that, so I kind of let that get to me a little bit. I'm not completely blaming that. Alright, so this is a couple days later, but while I'm editing this video, I wasn't feeling well at the time. Still not the best right now, but better. And as I was recording that, after I ended up recapping the Vikings and Panthers game, saying the Panthers beat the Vikings, I accidentally stopped the recording instead of pausing it to continue because I started messing up a little bit. But I forgot to resume the recap. I just got right into Week 15 predictions. So let me finish the Week 14 recap. The 49ers got a win over the Texans. I got that right. 49ers are looking like they have a bright future, at least for getting better seasons. The playoffs, that's still, like, playoffs and Super Bowl, that's still debatable. They need to do a little more rebuilding there. The Bills beat the Colts. I got that right. The Bears crushed the Bengals. Got that wrong. The Colts beat the Giants. I got that right. The Cardinals beat the Titans. The Cowboys beat the Giants. I'm sorry, I got that right. Still got it right, though. The Cardinals beat the Titans. I got that wrong. The Broncos blew out the Jets. I got that wrong. The Chargers beat the Redskins. I got that right. The Jaguars upset the Seahawks. I got that wrong. The Eagles beat the Rams. I got that wrong. The Steelers beat the Ravens. I got that wrong. I got that right. And the Dolphins beat the Patriots. Very happy about that. I'll take it, but I got that wrong, of course. So yeah, I'm not sure now. Like, this is gonna be a very clustered prediction video. I'm not sure what happened because I actually do remember saying that now. like all the recap, but maybe it wasn't my fault. Maybe I just blamed myself, or maybe it's the software's fault. I don't know. It was somewhere. Let's get into the Week 15 predictions, and let's move on to Week 16 before I lose my mind from Week 15. Once again, I'm sorry about this. Alright, so Thursday Night Football, the Broncos and the Colts. I'm going with the Broncos because if the Broncos can blow out the Jets, they can blow out the Colts. The Colts, no Andrew Luck. The Broncos, coming off a nice win, they should be able to do this. Yeah, that's really all to say about that one. There's nothing really else to say. Just the Broncos seem like the better team, especially with the Colts' injuries. Broncos still need a decent quarterback, or a good quarterback. But yeah, they have what it takes to beat the Colts. Next up, the Bears and the Lions. I have the Lions. The Bears coming off a good win against the Bengals, but the Lions coming off just barely win against the Buccaneers. But I think the Lions can win this game over the Bears just because they just seem like the better team. And the Bears still, even though they just won, they still don't seem like the best team. So I think the Lions will win this. Alright, next up, Chargers and Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chargers just because the Chiefs, the AFC West in general is just wacky. So the Chargers are like trying to make a playoff run after starting out like 0-5. The Chiefs are trying to return to their playoff run and hold the division at 5 when they were 5-0. Now they're like 7-6. I don't know. I think the Chargers could win this. A lot of people think the Chargers are better than they are. The Chiefs, they've been going on a slope. They brought back up with the Raiders. I think they might go back down. Next up, Eagles and Giants. I have the Eagles all the way. Carson Wentz did get injured, and the injuries are crazy this season. And they just keep on coming. This is crazy. This season in general is just insane. I don't even know what's even going on anymore. But I think the Eagles can get done against the Giants. They finished without Carson Wentz and the Rams, and the Giants aren't that good this season. So yeah, Eagles win there. Vikings and Bengals is the next game. I have the Vikings because the Vikings are, they did just lose to the Panthers, but the Panthers are a pretty good team this season. The Bengals are they're still they're the Bengals. They win here and there, but they're pretty garbage. So the Vikings should definitely win this game. Alright, next up is the Ravens and Browns, and of course I have the Ravens because the Ravens, they played the Steelers very well. The Browns still winless. If the Browns are getting a win, it's not going to be this one. I don't think so. I think the Ravens can definitely beat the Browns twice. I see the Browns beating either the Bears or the Steelers. And the only reason I see the Steelers is because we're probably going to pull our starters for playoff time again. And we just barely got that win last year. So that I don't know. I feel like the Steelers could still win that, and the Bears could definitely beat the Browns. In fact, I'll probably take the Bears once that prediction comes around. But yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about the Browns season. I'm looking too far ahead in predictions. I need to get back into the present, and the Ravens are winning this game. Next up, Cardinals and Redskins. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Why not? The Cardinals, another team hit by injury pretty hard, even though they're not the best. Redskins, a little bit surprising, a little bit, not, and mediocre. Why am I taking the Cardinals? I don't know. The Cardinals surprised me against the Titans. They've surprised me before. I've tried taking the Redskins at times, and they failed me. I don't really take the Redskins too often, so I don't know. I haven't really taken the Cardinals in a while, so I'm just taking them in a little bit of an upset here, because I feel like I need to start picking a little more upsets, hopefully, because I'm still searching for that 16-0 season, and we only have a couple weeks left of football, which is crazy. But I'm still searching for that. Can I go 16-0, or do I have to wait till next season, or even the season after that? But yeah, I'm getting very sidetracked and talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the games, and I'm talking like hardly anything about the games. But yeah, I have the Cardinals. All right, next up, Packers and Panthers. I have the Panthers. The Packers are not the best team. As you can saw, they gave the Browns a game. The Browns gave them a game with Brett Hundley. So really, Aaron Rodgers is so important, and they would be getting that win if Aaron Rodgers was there, but they just aren't because Aaron Rodgers isn't there. I'm sorry. I think they need a win. Oh wait, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. Yeah, I think he is. I think he's coming in. I caught myself. I'm still taking the Panthers now. Because I feel like they're gonna win that. I just don't see the Packers making the playoffs this year, but I think the Panthers can win this game. All right, next up, Jets and Saints. I'm taking the Saints. Even if the Jets still had Josh McCown, I would take the Saints because the Saints are just such a better team than the Jets. The Jets have been surprising, but not surprising enough to take out the Saints. Maybe play them a good game, and they still might, but I definitely see the Saints beating the Jets here. Alright, next up, Dolphins and Bills. I'm going to take the Dolphins. The Dolphins have earned some respect after beating the Patriots. The Bills have been struggling. The Dolphins were struggling. They've been winning here a little bit, especially with that Patriots game. They also beat the Buccaneers not too long ago. So I am going to take the Dolphins. They're probably going to disappoint me, but oh well. Next up, Texans and Jaguars. I have the Jaguars. Jaguars coming off a great victory against the Seattle Seahawks, which, excuse me, after seeing that, I think I might change my prediction of the Titans winning the division and Jaguars getting the wild card. I think the Jaguars might remain and win the AFC South, and the Titans get the wild card. I still see both of those teams in the playoffs, but I think the Jaguars can win the division, and they'll start with this victory here. Alright, next up is a very good game, very hard to pick. The Rams and Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks just because I don't know. I've been saying for a while now that the Seahawks will overtake the Rams. They both lost last week, so I think it's still up for grabs. But I know like two teams that I definitely still see in the playoffs as well. Whoever wins the division and whoever gets the wild card, that's up to debate. But I think the Seahawks can still win the division, and I think they can win this game. This is going to be a close one, though. Alright, next up, Titans and 49ers. I have the Titans. The 49ers just came off of two somewhat surprising victories. So, yeah, I don't think they'll be able to beat the Titans. I see it as like probably a low scoring game. No team's probably gonna get more than like 17 points maybe. I don't see them getting into the 20s. They'll play each other pretty well, but yeah, I think the Titans will come up on top. Alright, next up is the Patriots and the Steelers. Now, as you guys know, this is my game. I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm taking the Patriots. And I've been waiting for this for so many weeks now, and that still hurts even more than I thought it would. as much as I would love for the Steelers to win this game, and even though the Dolphins, I can't lie, the Dolphins being the Patriots made me feel better, a little bit better about the Steelers playing the Patriots, but I still don't think it's going to happen like that. I think the Patriots are going to come up on top like they pretty much do every year in the last 4 meetings between these teams. So, unfortunately, I do take the Patriots on. Also, if we meet them in the playoffs, which we probably will, I would be so upset if we lose to the Patriots in the playoffs but beat them in the regular season. But at the same time, if we win this, we probably won't have to play in Foxborough. I still think the Patriots, I can't, even as a Steelers fan, I can't take the Steelers in this one. They can't beat the Patriots. I hope they can this season, but they've shown me nothing to prove it. Alright, next up, Cowboys and Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. I've gone a little bit wild, like 3 of these picks. And even so, my wild picks this week weren't really that wild. I don't know. I really don't know why I'm taking the Raiders here. It's just kind of like a gut feeling. And I feel like the Cowboys are going to underperform this week. I'm not sure if Ezekiel Elliott's back. If he is, then I'm probably messing up here. But if he isn't, hey, maybe I got the right pick. Alright, and last up, Monday Night Football. Divisional rivalry, the Falcons and the Buccaneers. And, of course, I got the Falcons. They just seem like a better team against the Buccaneers. And they're still in it for the playoffs, but we'll see. I see Saints and the Panthers in the playoffs, but the Falcons, they can definitely take on the Buccaneers and beat them. Alright, so those are my Week 15 predictions for the NFL. I have the Broncos being the Colts, the Lions being the Bears, the Chargers being the Chiefs, the Eagles being the Giants, the Vikings being the Bengals, the Ravens being the Browns, the Cardinals being the Redskins, the Panthers being the Packers, the Saints being the Jets, the Dolphins being the Bills, the Jaguars being the Texans, the Seahawks being the Rams, the Titans being the 49ers, the Patriots being the Steelers, the Raiders beating the Cowboys, and the Falcons beating the Buccaneers. And I'm so sorry for this video. It might be a bit of a cluster, but hopefully next week's better. I'm just so tired and somewhat sick, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we can bounce back for next week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. You know, it's always up to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video you watch of me.